they were basic questions that easily could have been resolved. As far as the clarification that yes, we will be performing the dredging from this point on, and not necessitate bringing in a dredge contractor to do this. So that was one of the clarifications. That's it.
Questions, President?
All right, moving forward, we have ordinance 1470, 2012. An ordinance amending chapter 45, Article 4 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater, authorizing the fire department's participation in the East Bergen Firefighters Mutual Aid Association. This ordinance is updating our current ordinance. At this time, I'll open the meeting to the public on 1470, 2012. Anyone wish to be heard? Hearing none, I'll close the open.
Mayor, could that be explained, this ordinance, please? I'm a little, I don't understand. We're going to participate in East Bergen?
Mayor, if you'd like, okay,
Go ahead.
just let me know. There is the realignment of the communities that are part of that, so they've been identified in the ordinance. So that it currently identifies all of those municipalities that participate.
Yeah, they're Cliffside Park, Edgewater, Englewood Cliffs, Fairview, Fort Lee, Leonia, Palisades Park, Richfield, Tenafly, and any other municipality or agency as may meet the criteria for admission as set forth by the EBFMAA.
Thank you.
Do I have an introduction?
Introduce it.
Any discussion?
Whereas ordinance amending chapter 45 of Article 4 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater authorizing the fire department's participation in the East Bergen Firefighters Mutual Aid Association.
Roll call?
Councilman Henwood?
It's a great thing. We're lucky to have them, but I am a member, so I'll stay.
Councilman Durant?
Yes.
Councilman Monty?
Yes.
Councilman Tom?
Yes.
Councilman York?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rose?
yes,
Okay. Whereas an ordinance amending chapter 45, Article 4 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater, authorizing the fire department's participation in the East Bergen Firefighters Mutual Aid Association is hereby done.
Yes.
That's real great. Yeah.
Moving forward, we have ordinance 1471, 2012, an ordinance amending chapter 494 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater regulating massage establishments. This amending ordinance increases the regulations for massage establishments. At this time, I open it to the public on 1471, 2012. Mary?
I read the ordinance and it has a lot of teeth in it, but my question to you is, I didn't see who's going to be the enforcers. There was no reference in it as to who's going to check every year that the people have licenses, who's going to, is that anywhere, any place in?
Board of Health.
So the secretary to the Board of Health is going to do all this? I'm just asking because it seems like a lot of work. I mean, it's good, but it certainly seems like a lot of work.
The health inspector as well, correct?
Yeah, it's a collaboration of the Board of Health. Currently, the issuance of these types of licenses is already under the jurisdiction of the Board of Health. We have been in discussion with the Board of Health to help put together a regulation that would really have, tight controls, make sure we don't have the same problems that we've been reading about in the newspaper. There was a discussion whether the borough should take over this responsibility or whether the Board of Health should retain it. It was their request that they retain it, but they are pleased now that we have implemented significant changes to the requirements that you need to meet in order to obtain a license. It is no longer going to be for anyone who simply wants to open up one of these facilities. It's, as you can see, very strict requirements, and so, you know, the answer to that is the Board of Health will follow it up and make sure all the criteria are met.
Well, as far as I don't want to support a borough of Edgewater, like
They're-
the licensing, according to what this says, and I agree, it's coming from the state license, these people, you know, that are the massage therapists or whatever their titles are. And then it's up to the town to make sure that all of them have licenses, the people that are there have licenses, and that they aren't, you know, and that was what I was asking, who was going to be doing that enforcement, because, you know, I mean, the Board of Health may be able to say, yeah, you have to give me the licenses and stuff, but in terms of who's going into the, I mean, that's all very nice, but who's going in to see that the people that are working here are the people that have the licenses that we have in our office? And that's where I just felt that it's gonna be a lot of work to do that. I think it's important to do it, but I was just wondering who, I guess, the code enforcer, or the various people in town, be assigned that?
Health inspectors, right?
Yep.
Health inspectors.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Henry?
Yes, thank you. I would like to know, what period of time were these businesses in operation in Edgewater? Question one, I have a follow-up question. What is the answer?
Do you have any, I think we should, I don't know what it is of that, but I don't know if that's exactly on point. We were just discussing.
You're not going to
Is it a valid
answer?
question?
I don't have that answer, Mr. Henry. I think what we're discussing is providing more teeth in our ordinance to go after the owners and all. As far as how long they've been open, I'm not sure. I'm sure for a good
The question is
5
quite
years plus.
important because authority can be delegated, but responsibility can never be delegated. We have a lot of expensive departments in Edgewater. We have a police department, we have a board of health, we have a mayor and council, of course, operating, and we have a lot of other departments in Edgewater. Code officers, several of them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And to me, it is astonishing to contemplate for a moment that their existence and their actual true operations were not known widespread fashion throughout the borough of Edgewater. And I am interested in who the responsible parties are and were in this situation, and for what period was it tolerated by the responsible parties. I'd like answers. I think the public is entitled to know that. In as much as we're spending so much money for correct procedures, the fact that we should have such blatant avoidance of correct procedures in this, and further contaminating the record of the borough of Edgewater. I think it's important that you answer. You do not traditionally answer my questions, all of them, including the latest one asked now the attorney. All of my questions remain
Mr.
unanswered.
Henry, in regards to the ordinance tonight, as far as the time, as far as I can remember, they were open for probably more than 5 years. The health department, the inspectors will be going in quarterly or yearly to check on the licenses of the massage therapists, and as far as I'm concerned, we're taking a major step forward. So I'm sorry if that doesn't answer your question.
That will be, but I'm talking about the past, the record of non-conformance with proper procedures with regard of tolerance in the borough of Edgewater, where all the citizens are paying big taxes for correct and a decent environment, which we haven't had.
It's always been under the jurisdiction of the Board of Health, and there's a lot of laws that fall under both the Board of Health, the police department. Any illegality can be the subject of a police investigation. Not everything is, most of these businesses operate in secret. They're hard to detect unless you either get a complaint or set up a sting operation. So Board of Health is going to be working with the police department. It's always been the Board of Health, and it'll continue to be the Board of Health.
They couldn't get customers if they had secrecy.
Mr. Henning, your time is up. Anyone else wish to be heard? Hearing none, I'll close the open section on 1471, 2012. Do I have an introduction?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Read the resolution, please.
Ordinance amending chapter 494 of the Code of the Borough of Edgewater regulating massage establishments.
Roll call.
Councilman Henwood?
I applaud the council, mayor and council on this. This is taking leadership not only in Edgewater, but in the Bergen County.